Happy Tuesday! I know it's been a while, but I'm officially back. I think it's been 2 weeks since my last video went out. I had some running around to do down south. My stay ended up being extended just because of appointments and stuff, but I'm doing good. Broke Rose's garden. So I started my trip. I was going down south. I fixed up the UI and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is great. I think I mentioned that in my last vlog that I did, and I'm like, it's working. It's better spaced. And then I had a breakthrough with the art. Now I'm faced with like the whole critical decision of like, do I want to also update the character sprites to match my current art style? Because like, I'm so much happier with how Alice currently looks. It reminds me a lot more of my hand-drawn style rather than like generic pixel art character. So I'll have Sharp put a comparison up on screen of what the two Alice's look like. The funniest thing about all this is this actually happened the day I was leaving, or at least the night before, because I pulled an all-nighter to be up working on the game. And so I changed Alice's design because she wasn't proportional to the backgrounds, and that was one thing that was throwing me off so much. And because I changed Alice's design, that then gave me the breakthrough I needed with the background, because I now have the new Alice to work with versus like the background she's in contrast to. So as you can see, like, definitely a new look, a new vibe. Alice is way bigger than before. Her animations are also like all implemented. Like, I got bored and like her design was just bugging me so much that it came to be, it happened. And like, I like her, she's cute. She doesn't have her apron on right now. Yeah, I'm still playing around obviously with the outfit, but for the time being, she's cute. We go into the kitchen for comparison also. Like, you can see just why I also decided to go and overhaul so much. Everything's so tiny now compared to her that it's like I have to go in, I have to redraw the backgrounds, but again, I don't think it's the worst thing because I wasn't happy with them to begin with. And now's like the best time to kind of reconfigure those assets and get them situated. Go into the inventory. The name hover doesn't work right now, but you can at least select things. The scroll wheel doesn't currently work, so that's gonna have to be fixed. Oh, the quest list doesn't even exist. Cool. Absolutely broken. If we click on one of the storage barrels, again, like, we can hover. There's no names that pop up anymore. If I press one of the buttons, it just crashes out. Because it's still set up to the whole list structure. So yeah, that's gonna be our fixes for the week. It's just getting that all converted over to arrays and the structs. I've gotten a decent bit done, I'd say. Right now the main struggle is with the inventory systems and the functions between them, but like, you can use the inventory and hover on stuff and it works. Pop the list as a list of storage objects and then store the data values inside of the storage objects. I don't know what I'm doing. I do and I don't, because I've learned more. Coincidentally, the only reason I found this out is because I was working on a turn-based combat system. I wanted to try to do something different, just to like give myself something new to learn, give myself some refresher around some code, and like, it was great for having a breakthrough, but like, when you're running on no sleep and you decide to work on your game project, like, I traveled the next day too, so it's like I'm in the car for like 8 hours solid, just like trying not to pass out because I had stuff to do when I got back up north. I fell asleep for the second half of the car ride. And then like, I think I took a nap too as soon as I got back. Is like, I just sat down on the couch and I just passed out, and Liz is like, Max, we have places to be. And I'm like, I know, I'll never do it again. I'll probably do it next time I go down. I'm horrible for sleep, and like, it's been rearing its head, and it's like, oh, the amount of all-nighters I pulled in the last week alone, crazy. I'll figure out something to do. Hopefully, I I do enough during the week where it's like I can film and I'm not just like dead from traveling, because that was the issue with like last time, and then just like not feeling great on top of that. So like hopefully just I'll figure out things to do. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Please. This week I'd like to do some work in the office. I've said that so much, and every time I say that, like it just doesn't come to fruition, but I'd really like to start sitting and working at my desk. And so I think like I'm just gonna buckle down and manually screw down the top, which is fine. Oh, we have books to put away today also. Shar and I did our little book trade. So I have more of the Disney fairy books. I have the hardcover now of Quest for the Egg. Yeah, so that's exciting. We have Rainy in the Mermaid Lagoon, Dulcie's Taste of Magic, Back in the Great Berry Battle, Lily's Pesky Plant, A Masterpiece for Bess, Fawn and the Mysterious Trickster, Silver Mist and the Ladybug Curse, and Tink North of Neverland. I have no idea how close I am to completing the collection, but like I'm keeping an eye out for the rest of these. I think getting the full set would be a fun little like thing to do, because like I like doing like little flea markets and secondhand bookshops and all that, so it's like also just thrift shops, so it'd be nice to like go through those and maybe find the books and slowly build up my collection. Because like I think we're at least halfway through all the books. I have no idea how many. I've brought you all to my little cubby here. Ignore like all of the textbooks and the stuff up top. That's some of Liz's stuff she still needs to move out. I'm thinking either we move the game consoles into here to sit in these cubbies. That way like my desk is right here. So I can have my second monitor here, but then have that act as a TV for the consoles. I just switch between which one the HDMI cord's hooked up to. A little bit of work, yes, but I have enough consoles that I'd be switching the HDMI cord anyways. I might ditch my monitor in favor of the TV set though, so I have the AVI hookup. That way I can do my Wii and stuff over here too. But there's enough to slot in these cubbies to have it be spacious for my games. But on the other side of things, we can also set up in the wardrobe, either this side or the other, a little office space for my dev team, which sounds a little scuffed, right? Like who shoves their dev team in a closet? But in my case, I'm referring to my frogs down south. I decided what I finally want to use my social medias for. I'm thinking like my Twitter and Blue Skies, when I eventually set it up, are going to be dedicated to like screenshots and game updates and all that fun stuff. And then my Instagram, I want to just do like random photos of my frogs and just have them there, because like I've already done like stories and stuff on them being like, yeah, like I guess they're technically my dev team because I just use them to rubber duck. And so I think like it'd be really cute to set up a little office space for them, like froggy crafting style, where you just have like the miniature everything that's them sized. And then I can also just use it for photos too for my Instagram. That's not a now thing, that's a later in the year if I get bored and I have the allowance to do it, essentially. Like, I'd have to save up before diving headfirst into it, and it'd be like a slow build project. But I think we could set it up where it's like this cute little like, I do Instagram updates of building their office and then just them in the office, as well as just photos of them out and about in town. But just some food for thought. I'm definitely thinking like this will be a better spot though for the consoles, just because yeah, I'll have that desk access, and at least with my PlayStation over here, I'll have a CD player, so I can put on like movies or something when I'm doing work and just kind of zone out on that, rather than like awkwardly propping my phone to try and watch YouTube. So some food for thought. Let's finish the desk this week. This can be like a future problem because I definitely have to find a new home for the textbooks. Actually, no. Because if I move my consoles, that frees up my cubby over there. So I'd have enough space for my books to go on that shelf. Oh,
that solves my bookcase issue. Okay, we'll keep it in mind. Desk first, painting first, fixing the wall first. Long story there, don't worry about it, just shh. So I can't lift the top now, which was the goal with all of this. This bit here is still a little bit shaky, but there's no way I can really secure it more just because unless I go in through the bottom to screw this in, which I don't trust myself as much for eyeballing, because that, I'm guessing, is what's still kind of popping up, because it's just the pegs connecting them. But I can't pull up the top. The whole desk moves. It's a little wobbly. I tried putting my weight on it just to see how well it would hold. Not able to hold my whole weight, but solid enough that I can flip it over for painting. I can put the vinyl on the top, and like by the end of the week I'll have a desk to use, which is very exciting. So I'm gonna mud up that little mistake, as it were, let that dry.
Happy Wednesday, we're back in the office. As I mentioned yesterday, we're gonna get some painting done. Hopefully by the end of the week, this is all ready to go. I was doing like some planning and scheduling for once, and I don't think I'm gonna be doing development like I was originally planning on. I was all like, oh, I'm gonna do some Rose's Garden development this week and we're gonna get everything fixed and all ready to go. That's not happening. This thing's gonna take up the rest of my week, and I'd rather get this done before leaving than come back to a half-painted desk. So we're gonna try to flip this on its head, so that way the tray here, the top platform, can be our drip tray and catch stuff. If I can't flip it, then I'll just put a tarp underneath, but I'm thinking it's gonna be easier if I can just flip it. So I'll do 1 or 2 coats today, as well as some sanding, and then tomorrow, completely busy. Friday, probably a bit more painting, and then trying to get the vinyl adhesive on top. I realized that I fucked myself a little bit because there's some fancy-dancy tomfoolery going on with this bit, and the only hope I had to getting access to this top portion was to be able to pull this off. Decided against flipping it over. It's just easier, I think, at this point if I leave it upright. So I have a garbage bag underneath to catch the paint, and I'm just gonna move around slowly. One slight issue also is my paintbrush, I'm realizing, got left with the green paint. I normally clean it off, but I guess last time I didn't, and so it is now rock solid and not usable. So we're working with a roller. Painting time. Floor Max here. Hi, hello, how are you? Cutting in. So obviously I'm gonna do the edges with a smaller brush. I have to get another one. Or I just have to find my paint stuff, which I'm sure is a challenge in and of itself, but I'm debating now if I just want the whole desk to be green. I might paint the whole thing and then see how I feel about it, and then decide afterwards to put the vinyl on, just because then it's also just some like reinforcement, because like the top's been sanded down heavily because of like all the bumps and stuff in the that's wet paint. That was a bad idea. Okay, so here's a quick update. Like, she's green. It's more of a yellowy green than the bluey green that's on the wall. Hold on. I'm thinking I'm gonna do something cute, like on little wooden plaques or something to put above my desk. Maybe I'll do little lily pads. That'd be cute. Oh, I could do pixel art lily pads. Okay, so here we go. We do pixel art lily pads in like the same green with like some of the bluey tones mixed in, and we put that up on the wall to kind of like gradient between the two. And that'll be like our little desk corner. Like obviously, like, ew, the edges look so gross. When I get my smaller brush, I'll get in there, I'll fix those up. So this right here is the corner of shame. Listen, I have dog hair stuck. Then I tried putting up the shelves. The only issue is even with the level, as you can tell, there were multiple attempts. The way the shelves are with the hardware, you can't take off like a back bar or something to drill the holes in. So we're having to put it up against the wall, measure where the holes go, and then try to make sure it's level, and then get the screws in. It's just we've been like a centimeter off every time on the screw holes. And then this was my last attempt when we decided enough was enough, because as you can see, the anchor is in the wall, which isn't good. This one was like okay-ish, and then that shelf up there is just slanted. So we gave up trying to put those up. The other one still just sat here. Oh, actually, yeah. So it's a little awkward to hang. So we're gonna get, either I'm getting an IKEA shelf and just pretending this never happened, or I'm gonna get help from Liz's husband to put these up, because he is a lot more construction savvy than I am, and just this, yeah, it's the wall of shame, but you know, we'll just smut over it, sand it, repaint it. It'll be like it never happened. No one will know other than this now video evidence that exists on the internet. Oh, that's hot. Happy Saturday. I had a bit of a fun day yesterday. So Thursday, 13-hour shift, and then we get home and like not even home for an hour or two, straight to the ER. Everything's good. I'm okay. Yeah, just the stuff that I went down to do with my doctor, like that decided to come back with like a vengeance. So I have my test this week. We're gonna see how it is. I'm gonna get my medication adjusted. Like, we're all good. We're rolling. So where does that leave us with the office? I still have to paint the edges and the bottom half of this, which means I need to go find my paintbrushes to get that done. Other than that, the top vinyl I might get Liz's help on, because she's a bit better at it than I am. We'll see though. I'll give it a crack today. Yeah, we're gonna take off the cabinet door on the bottom. I think I'm just gonna leave that as a shelf. So I'm gonna get in there with the screwdriver, remove it, get that all good to go, and yeah. I have one thing to show off. So the last I filmed was Wednesday when I was down here working. I ended up moving all of the consoles and games off of the bookshelf. They're now in the unit, so I'll showcase what that looks like. I think it's a really cute setup, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. And then yeah, we'll hopefully get this done before I leave. That way, like, the monitor can move over here, my laptop can be set up on here. Like, the one thing I'm missing from this desk is a rollout shelf, and that's just because like I like having my tablet stored on there, but I haven't used my tablet in so long. It's really sad, but I haven't used it, and so I don't think I'm gonna need it, and so I'm not too worried on having that little drawer there yet. But eventually at some point I want to add that in, and the bright side is I'll have enough paint to get it done, because I still have like half a can of the green stuff, so we're good to go. So let's get into some painting.
sitting down here, you can see my lovely paint job of trying to get the roller in here. It's way too big, so this is gonna be a brush problem, I think, or a smaller roller. Just need to get to a hardware store so I can get something smaller. So we're just gonna... That's reassuring. Ooh, no. Definitely gonna need a sealant of some kind. 'Cause I should not be able to do that. I didn't sand in here. That might be it. Hold on. So not doing this again without checking if everything's sanded first. Max, why? That's so much paint. You fool. So I found my paintbrushes. You can see my little cup collection back there. There we go. But the only brush that I have, like the biggest one, is a watercolor brush, which is not, this is not its intended purpose. We're gonna use it though, because otherwise, yeah, today's gonna be a really short segment. So here's me ruining the watercolor brush I've had for like past 8 years. Okay, so I got the first coat in like the visible bits. Definitely gonna need a small roller to finish this off, so I might have to wait until I come back, which sucks. But I think maybe I'll finish it next week off camera because I'm back for the Friday, Saturday. So maybe I'll just film then. Or yeah, and then I'll just grab something while I'm out and about down south for my appointments. I think that's a good idea. And then next week, this video will go up. The week I'm back up north, probably no video because I won't film unless I do in my time away from appointments. I'm also visiting with my grandparents, so probably definitely won't be filming. Okay, yeah, so video up next week. Week after that, no video. Week after that, back to regular uploads. Hopefully my appointments are done. It's been a lot of running around and I'd like to just like paint on my fingers and it's tacky. Hopefully then though it's just like a come up and chill. Like I've done bits and pieces on it, but like I just need a sit down sesh and I think having the desk will help. Because I'll be in like the proper space for it. And I need to fix and repaint that wall. I think we'll close out with the unit and what I've kind of done in there and kind of, yeah. We'll showcase the new game section. As you can see that like the bookcase is pretty well cleared out. I still have my Shin Megami Tensei games on there. Or like, no, Trauma Center's not on there. I can say my Shin Megami Tensei games. Alright, so here is the official console setup in the unit. Nothing's plugged in. Joker's chilling out up top. I'm thinking when I'm done visiting family again, I'm just gonna grab my Animal Crossing amiibos. That way there's like stuff up on the shelf. And I have to find them somewhere. I have a string of leaf lights that I plan to just wrap around the bar up top. That way like the lights can kind of be turned on and off and give it like just like a fun little glow in there. I have my movies and games also moved to here, again, aside from the Shin Megami Tensei ones. I just figured it makes sense to have them stored with the consoles. There's currently another bar back there. I'm debating if I want to relocate that or reallocate that to the frog office when I get to it. But for now, it's just keeping the discs from going too far back. If I do take the bar out, I'm probably just going to replace it with some books that I don't read as often. That way they still have a storage place, but they're not taking up all my room. So yeah. The Wii Mini, PS3, PS4, PS2, Switch dock. My comics are also in here now because they just felt like really janky out on this little ledge. Like I was worried about them getting knocked over. Oh my god, my yoga mat. This down here needs to be tidied up as well. I don't know what's going to be stored in here yet. My yoga mat probably. My second monitor, the non-TV one's in there. Like it's a wee bit of a mess, but like we're figuring her out as we go. So yeah. My little console bucket, not console, controller bucket, there we go, and accessories. The PlayStation controllers are all with their stuff. I have more Wii remotes. I need to find those. Like, definitely need to put a focus on some unpacking too once this is all sorted out. By this I mean the desk. Honestly, I might dig out some books today and put some books away. Yeah, so yay, new console stuffs. Actually, I know where the lights are, so I'll go grab those and I'll do my little closing bit for this video, wrapping that around. Muffin, no! I have to replace the batteries because like they're pretty dim, but I think it's cute. Oh, I should turn the lights off. That'd be a better impact. Hold on. Definitely need to replace those. Add it to a future list. That's a future Max problem.
Okay, so we made it through another week. Thank you all for following along in this little bit of a wonky segment of my dev journey. Obviously, no development really this week, but making some good progress with the office, with all the hiccups here and there. Like I said, like next week I'm not gonna film, but the week after that I'll be back, appointment permitting. Hopefully I don't have to travel anymore until Easter. That's the goal. You that are still here from like the start, or even are just finding these and going back and watching them, thank you for being here. It means the most. I hate the fact that I'm having to like kind of stagger these uploads now because I loved the rhythm we had where we were going and I was just push and push and push. But you know, it's better to take care of health stuff before like it becomes an issue later on. Please, no more issues for 2025. I'd like to nip this in the bud at the start of the year and then be able to focus on development. Anything else exciting to announce? Oh, the unnamed project is starting back up again. Everyone's kind of back from their breaks now. So that's gonna be fun. I get to do some background and I'm feeling more confident now with backgrounds since I kind of overhauled the Rose's Garden stuff. The only sucky part about that is now that means I'm gonna have to go back in and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have gone from like 8x16s to like 32s by 64s. And they're gonna be like, what happened? And I'm just gonna be like, oh, you know, I just sized it up 4 times. It's fine, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I still have all the things we need. But I don't know, we'll play around with it. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be, where's my tea? It's gonna be a fun year for game development stuff. I also want to try and get that dress up game started for Char. Yeah, I might. Char, Maybe send me some drawings of like of your stuff, and like I'll get to it. It's gonna be something. But cheers, and again, thank you all for sticking along, following along for this week's edition of How to Not Paint a Desk. And I'll see you all next time when I get back.